recording. So, Steven, tell me what happened.
Well, my wife Cynthia and I came out of church 6 days ago, Sunday. Cynthia looked in the glove compartment and asked where her sunglasses were, and since I'd had to dig around in the glove compartment previously, I assumed that maybe I'd pushed them to the floor. So when we got home, it was getting dark, and I went down and looked throughout the car and realized that all the instruments that I had stashed underneath the little hideaway thing in the back of the car, basically everything was taken and gone. I had time to take some things up from the car that morning before we left for church, but not everything. And all the ukuleles, mostly, and a couple of amps, was the musical instrument hall. Turns out a bunch of stuff, a shaver and a tom-tom navigation device, and all of Cynthia's sunglasses, one prescription. That was all just gone from the car. There was a really nice new DaSilva tenor ukulele. The tenor ukulele is a DaSilva James Hill model with a very unusual beveled cutaway. So that's a rarity. There was a Martin 1K, figured to be early 30s, that had belonged to Ed Johnson's dad. He's the guy who plays Wash Tub here in the Berkeley band. So those are the two that are really the most heartbreaking and terrifying, but there was a serviceable Bushman Jenny concert uke that I played a lot. I did all those Stowe Lake solo videos on it. That's when it was stolen, had a repaired crack in the face, so that's something that might help identify it. And kind of a rough finish. It doesn't look like it's not a fancy finish job. It looks like it's still broken, but it's not. It's fixed. And then my trusty Reza solid uke, yellow solid body thing. It's got a bunch of unique damage on it. The saddle, the bone saddle over the pickup is broken on the end, so you can see through to the copper. That's kind of adorable. And then the little plate around the guitar jack is cracked, so it kind of wiggles and doesn't stay very good shape.
With the amp that went with the Risa, the one that has the little
yeah, Ed Johnson built a little stand for the instrument so that I could put it up when we were on break, so I could put it up and strap it in. Mm-hmm. So it's got a little strap thing, and that's the condition it was in when it was stolen. So somebody might be taking it around as a single item.
Right.
And there were, some cables and some copies of my record. I think I have more. And I think that's about all I can think of about the instrument. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There was a baritone harmony with a purple, not wound low string. Wasn't really big enough to get the effect, but I was using it for a while, trying to see if I could learn to use a string that not dense, that low.
5 ukes.
5. I just don't have a picture of the baritone harmony. But if you find it, it'll have a purple low string, not wound. I think it's a dyed gut string, but it wasn't quite big enough.
And the one amp had the attachment and probably has a ukulele stuck to it.
Yeah, the Risa solid uke is probably still snaffled to it. I wouldn't imagine somebody would think to try to sell them separate. They look like a unit.
Okay.
Another
amp?
And the other amp is just a Raven 25-watt amp with reverb, standard practice amp kind of amp.
Okay.